You are listening to the Savage FINcast, episode 32. Rest in peace, lightning powers.
Chicago. A criminal mastermind called Overlord held our city in his terrifying grip. Ordinary cops were losing the battle against Overlord's super freaks and mutants. Then, a miracle happened. When I found him, he had no memory of his past. I helped him find an identity and a life. Now we have a fighting chance. Now we have the dragon.
This is the Ferocious Scalecast, the internet's only #1 source for all your DINO-COP news. Wait, I think I'm doing this wrong.
Perfect.
Wait, this is the Savage FINcast, the internet's home for your only Savage Dragon podcast.
Felt like I was on Earth 41 for a minute.
Oh. I am, of course, Jim Purcell.
I'm Craig Olsen. Just kidding. Craig's not here. I'm Raven Perez, filling in.
Yes, unfortunately, Craig cannot be with us. He is on vacation this week. We wish him the best.
We're gonna do our damnedest to hold down the fort without him.
Hopefully it'll be all fun in the sun.
Those shoes are enormous. You have to start at a certain point. Feet don't cut it. You got to fill them with oatmeal.
So, yeah, just the two of us. I guess, humna. What you been up to lately, Raven?
Well, I got to say, not a whole awful lot. It is my fault. Apologies out there in listener land that we haven't been on the ball with this.
2 weeks late, Raven. 2 weeks late. I wanted it on my desk last week.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I blame my computer. It's a video card's been a beast. But, hey, you know the beautiful thing about having a 7-year-old computer? $35 and it's brand new.
Wow. You work on a 7-year... Well...
I don't need a lot of power for my computer.
You do all digital coloring, right? Doesn't it, like, lag on you when you're doing the big fills?
No, I bought a beast all those years ago, so it's been powerful. Yeah, it's really, until the video card died, everything was hunky-dory. So, yeah, That's been pretty much, I've been in, like, 1999 mode internet. Like, my girlfriend will send me a funny video from her cell phone, the future 2014. And meanwhile, back here in 1999, I'm like, sorry, I can't load video. Ha 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 ha.
You're not using like ME or anything, are you? You must be on XP.
I got Windows 7 under the hood.
Wow, I can't believe it works.
I told you I got a beast. But yeah, that's pretty much been the whole thing I've been up to. How about yourself?
Oh, not much. What have I been doing? Jesus, I just blanked on everything I've done the last 2 weeks.
Can't talk about those.
Well,
markets.
I thrift a lot. I do flea markets. I dig up. Mostly I hunt for retro video games. I'm big on that right now.
Oh, sweet.
But a week and a half ago, I was at the flea market. I got like a whole pile of role-playing books for $1 each.
We're talking like D&D.
No,
right?
We're talking World of Darkness, specifically Wraith the Oblivion.
What?
Which is the ghost game of all the, the vampire game and the werewolf game.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's my favorite of all the different lines. And I found just a box full of books, and he said $1 each, and I said, okie dokie, take my money. So I got a whole pile of books, which I don't typically pick up, but you don't find it like that very often. That was a good deal for a good day.
Oh yeah, man. Sounds like, and it's funny too, like even though I don't like D&D or whatever,
right,
like it's not out of anything other than like lack of friends.
Well, I own a ton of role-playing games I never run because I just don't have a group. It's annoying, but you'll learn a lot reading them, and a lot of them are just full of fluff, stories and crap.
Right.
It's just really interesting to read the books. Sometimes.
I learned to draw from a lot of those D&D like monster compendiums.
Oh yeah, a lot of art.
Yeah,
if you like gothic horror, Wraith the Oblivion's got a ton of that sort of artwork.
Sweet. Well, hell yeah, man. Anytime. It sounds like a sweet flea market find.
Yeah, you guys got to get up at 8 a.m. Bring all your 1s and your 5s, and you just go find the crap. Like I said, I'm really into the video game stuff, and I have gotten some pretty sweet deals just going out. People just give away the stuff, the most interesting stuff.
I got a pristine copy of Battletoads for $10. And I was like, oh, well, it's worth like 30 or 40 online still.
Oh, that's right. It is actually kind of a semi-pricey game.
Because, new especially. Yeah.
What? So. It's not boxed, is it?
No, nothing that nice. Yeah. But I'm such a dork. I still have my instruction manual and stuff. So I slid that bitch right next to it. It was great.
But not the game. You lost it. Did you loan it to a friend?
You know what's more likely? When Super Nintendo came out, I just sold it so I could get a Super Nintendo. Because you know how you are when you're a kid. You just get rid of everything to get the new stuff, not even thinking about the future.
I didn't. I still have all of my games from 1989.
It's because you're smart.
Yeah. I think it's because I didn't get a Super Nintendo. I jumped straight to N64.
So you didn't get to play Spawn? Oh, dude.
Unfortunately, no. I did not get to play Spawn, although I have watched videos of Spawn on the PlayStation 1.
I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't mention DINO-COP in a serious fashion. I read Multiversity and read all about DINO-COP. This is the most exciting thing about the whole damn thing.
I'm not going to lie. Learning about DINO-COP was the only reason I picked that book up.
Yeah, that's it.
You just got to see, because, our viewers out there who may not be into DC Comics...
Good for you, by the way. Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Grant Morrison has blessed us with what is basically a multiverse-spanning cosmic adventure that will be running over the next 6 or 7 months. And it's a whole bunch of, superhero analogs. Now, most of them, of course, are DC heroes. You got your President Superman, and you got your, what was he called, Red Racer, and you got your Aquawoman.
Yeah.
But he also decided to throw in a few bones to other publishers. There's a whole Marvel Universe group, which apparently have been killed 2 or 3 times and are probably going to get killed again.
Which is par for the course. I think that's kind of what's the thrill and a half of this, is that you are used to seeing Marvel analogs in the DCU.
Yeah.
They usually don't do Image analogs.
Right, and that's it. He threw us an Image analog universe where we have its world's greatest hero, DINO-COP, and the other world's greatest hero, Spore.
Yeah, and I love that, like I said, couldn't have picked 2 better representatives of the Image universe. Because isn't Invincible the obvious Superman parallel?
He is now. Once upon a time, it was probably Supreme.
But, instead of going for the obvious Superman thing and loading it with jokes about how he's inferior to the real Superman and all that crap, we get Savage Dragon, basically. So.
Yeah, and DINO-COP's kind of cool because he's a bipedal stegosaurus. So he doesn't have a fin on the head. He's got a plate, armored plate on the head.
Right.
And he's a cop. Apparently, he's never changed in 20 years.
Yeah. He didn't have the chutzpah to step up and lead the SOS.
But it was just kind of a cool little nod. I mean, it's unusual to have a analog Image character because usually you don't see that for creator-owned universes, typically.
Well, DC and Marvel usually only acknowledge each other in any serious way.
Right.
So for DINO-COP to be and he's not even in the issue just a little bit like Spore is, he's all up in that shit.
Well, Spore is there for one panel and maybe a background image or 2, but DINO-COP has lines, and he's like the series' Jigsaw character. He's back at home base, feeding the intel to the away team.
So
did I say Jigsaw? I meant Microchip.
You know what's weird,
bad at Punisher.
I was like, he means Punisher. Keep rolling. No, it's cool. That's the thing. And so I think it's funny because even the little intro, I know people were probably like, DINO-COP, what? But yeah, that was kind of the biggest comic fun recently. And just Supreme Blue Rose continues to be entertaining. Although
you are reading it.
Yeah, for Savage Dragon fans who are well, does this acknowledge Larsen? I don't think it even acknowledges Alan Moore.
It acknowledges revisions as a thing, and that's about as far as that goes.
Yeah, that's as much acknowledgement as it gives to anything.
Which I suppose is fair. I mean, with the revision whole thing, you can as long as he doesn't specifically contradict anything that Erik did, pretend it does, specifically say it didn't happen.
Yeah,
it's cool.
See, that's what's so funny is like with the whole revision thing. I mean, hell, I guess technically he could, but
Right.
I don't know. It's all good. I just I'll mention it on like Dragon Fan whenever if it ever does like get more directly referential to like the Larsen run.
Oh yeah.
But if anybody wondered, there's no real connection to anything.
No. It's it's a weird book. It's very, pseudoscience-y, very heady. And it's all about Diana Dane, which is cool. Is the main reason why I'm digging it.
It's very artsy-fartsy. Speaking of artsy-fartsy, God, I love the art in that.
Oh, I love it.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's got all this crap going on, all these blue. Well, it's called Blue Rose, but it's got all these blue lines under everything. It's got. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Mind Management. I forget who does that. Lamar.
I hadn't read it, so I can't. I don't know.
Okay. So okay.
Oh wait, but that was the one you were talking about with the guy that was like it was an Image title, and he's in a think
Mind Management
tank.
was a Dark Horse title.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably don't know it. You're probably thinking of Mind the Gap.
Oh, yep, there you go. Where the dude's in the think tank and like.
Or no, you might be thinking of Think Tank, which I did talk about, but I didn't talk about Mind the Gap because I don't read that one.
Well, let's see here.
Let's get on to Erik Larsen news. We've been babbling a little bit too long.
Shall we? So I guess I'll take it away with the first item of the evening. We have a little bit of 199 news. Everybody's excited about 200, but guys, we got a pretty sweet 199 on its way. Erik announced on Facebook he had toyed with the idea that 199 would be double page spread issue. And now it seems pretty concrete that he's got a way for it to work.
Well, he mentioned what he's going to do is he's going to start the issue on the inside front cover. Oh. That way he doesn't have to deal with the two single pages.
Okay.
And he's just going to put all the credits at the end.
Oh, sweet.
I believe that's what he said. Either way, he's going to skip a page to do that.
So I just the thing is that I had honestly kind of just written 199 off as just a stepping stone to get to 200.
Right.
But this is kick-ass news, I think, just because, I think the splash page issue, wasn't that extremely early on, and it was single pages?
Wasn't it like issue 7?
Yeah. It was when Frank and Dragon storm the tower to take on Overlord.
Right.
And it was all splash pages, but it was all single page. So this is awesome.
Apparently he's also doing this in his twice up format. So I suspect he may die by the end and we'll never see 200.
Yeah, you can only draw so many car doors before you pass out.
All that hatching.
But that's my 199 news I'm super jazzed for.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm kind of curious what kind of story you can tell in 20 panels, but we'll see.
I think if there's anybody that's got the chops, it's Larsen.
I wonder if he'll do any like motion splashes where you like see a character move across the page.
I would like that.
Yeah,
you mean like kind of like Eisner did?
Yeah, like that. Like the page itself, while there's no panels broken up, it's like you can still read it as panels. It's like one big art piece.
For example, a static scene of like scaffolding, and then the characters are just walking down the stairs and whatever. And yeah, I'm always a fan
like Billy with his arrow behind him. Family Circus reference. Slam dunk.
Oh, Family Circus. No. Oh, Lord. Isn't there another news item, I think?
In issue 200 news, the solicitation copy came out, so we now have a full list of all the artists that will be contributing. Of course, it's Erik Larsen, and of course Frank Fosco and Gary Carlson will be contributing a chapter of their Vanguard serial, which starts in the issue we will be reviewing, so we'll be talking about that later. We're going to have a backup by Herb Trimpe, who I believe is a classic Incredible Hulk artist.
Yes, if fans don't know him exactly, this is how you know him. He did the Savage Dragon cover where it was Dragon versus his. It was a homage of the Hulk cover that he originally did.
Now, I believe Erik said that the way this is going to work is there's actually two backups. One, Erik is penciling, and Herb will be inking, and the other one, Herb is penciling, and Erik will be inking.
Cool.
So that's two backups for the price of one.
Nice.
Then there'll also be a backup by Chris Burnham, and then another backup by Savage Dragon series colorist Nikos Kountis. Sorry if I butchered your name. And then there'll be another backup by Travis Sengas.
So, very awesome stuff. Every one of those cats can bring it, so I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excitement.
It's going to be a big fat issue.
A movie-length epic. So, I also have 200 news I wanted to share. This issue is going to have 3 covers.
3!
That's right. Not 1, not 2, but 3. A standard cover featuring all the dragons, Angel, Malcolm, and Old Man Dragon.
Skinny arm dragon. Not skinny arm, but small dragon in an action pose is just about the coolest thing ever.
He's very Clint Eastwood. He's very Torino. Get off my lawn, you damn punks.
Ugh. But without the racism.
Right, well, he's green, so everybody's a filthy outsider to him. There's going to be just a terrible a cover with Kirby pencils and Larsen inks featuring Malcolm and Dragon in a World War II combat scene. People probably remember this. It was previously available as a special incentive poster at the Kirby Museum. And that was the only way you could get it, so it was kind of a rarity. Thank God you have a much more accessible way to get it as a variant for 200. And not to be outdone by the super megaton team of Kirby and Larsen, but we also have a blank cover.
Yes! What we've all wanted.
Really, it's all we've been asking for.
Yeah, I mean, people love those covers just so they can go get sketches on them.
Haven't I always been saying, what more could you want? Nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just
you're an artist. You appreciate that stuff more. I mean, I won't be ordering it. I'll be getting digital, so if I wanted to get a sketch cover, they'd have to draw it on my iPad screen.
Here's the dealio, though. You got don't ruin your iPad. Here's the dealio, though. Do you not like the idea, though, for people who even are like for an artist, it's gravy because I actually am going to get an extra copy so that we can give it away as a FINcast prize down the road, and I'll draw whatever you want on it, like. So that's going to be like a trivia prize or something.
Right.
But,
That'll be cool.
The fans, even people who aren't artists or whatever, for artists it's the bomb because you can, use them to like sell on eBay and stuff like that. But for fans, you go to meet Larsen. How awesome is it to like slap a blank 200 in front of him and get your commission done on that?
Right. I mean, it makes sense if you're getting a sketch from one of the creators, but it seems a little odd to use it for anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I love it. I think it's a cool thing. I had a Walking Dead cover that I did one on, and people went bananas for that.
Really?
So, yeah, I did a back. I was just saying it was completely not Walking Dead related at all. Like I just drew my own zombie stuff.
I guess if you make the artwork like related to the contents, it makes a little bit more sense. But like you said, you didn't do that, and yet they still went bananas over it. So
it was the tiniest bit related because I had a zombie scene. But it fit the zombie scene from my own stuff, so it's kind of like that was the only tenuous, loose tie between them. People still dug it, so I was happy. And I gave a gift to a friend. There were a couple of like friends that were getting like they had just gotten married or something, and so I drew them as zombies on the blank cover. I'm just saying it creates awesome like potential.
Right.
So I dig the blank cover.
I suppose it's awesome just that it exists.
It creates a
Although,
cool thing.
Would you have rather have had the classic logo or the current logo?
Ooh, for the blank?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because it is the current logo. I guess we'll have to wait for 300 to get the classic logo.
So you're predicting Dragon comes back by 300?
No, I just think the logo will come back by 300.
Okay. Well, I actually, it's funny. I guess I would have preferred the classic logo then, but I still dig the new one, so no hate here.
Right.
And last but not least...
Oh, yes, last bit of news. Giant-sized Kung Fu Bible Stories, which was the, I believe, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from a few months ago, will be officially for sale in comic shops this Wednesday, September 3rd, for $20. 20 buckazoids.
That beautiful day we dreamed would never happen has happened.
So, yeah. Limited number, I believe. So order them while you can.
I'm excited as hell for it.
Yeah. You've got it ordered, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got my fingers crossed there'll be a digital version, but there won't be, and so I'm going to be pissed. But oh well.
Well, here's my
one of the downsides.
Here's my question to you, iPad fan. What would you consider a fair price for a digital version of this?
If it goes up for $20, I'll probably wait for a price drop. But I'll keep it on my list. If it never goes down, I'll pick it up someday. That's the nice thing with digital. I don't need to buy it today.
True that. All right. I'll deliver the sad, depressing.
The eulogy. Well, not eulogy.
It's a bitter pill. We have to apologize. Craig is the trivia master.
The master of disaster.
He's the brains in the operation. So there won't be a trivia question this time. Sorry, we're just not fountains of knowledge. So, but that just gives you a little more time to answer the trivia question, which I'm going to make you listen to the last FINcast if you want to know what it is.
Yeah.
So you go back and you listen, mister or Mrs. And you can still send your responses to SavageFINcast@gmail.com. We will sing your praises on the next episode of the FINcast. One winner will be chosen of all the correct entries, and we will give you a brand new sealed Fantastic Four, the world's greatest comic magazine hardcover collection.
Which will be pretty sweet to whoever wins, because that's a nice book.
You got to think like you've got a little extra time, so get your hat in that ring.
Thank you, Raven, for bringing up the fact that they need to listen to the previous episode in order to get that trivia question, because I forgot to mention, we are now on YouTube.
Ooh!
I should have done this like 2 years ago, but I had some issues with getting stuff uploaded to YouTube at the time. I seem to have gotten it sorted out. We are now on YouTube, and if you want to find the Savage FINcast or on YouTube, you want to go to. Hold on.
We're getting the answer for you in real time, folks.
Wait a minute. A little unprepared.
But never unprofessional.
Dang it, come on. Why is it? Now I'm at freaking Google Plus. What did the... Darn it. Why is this hard? My channel.
That is so what she said.
Okay, it's not an easy URL, so unfortunately I can't just rattle it off. I thought it would be easy. At any rate, search for us on YouTube for Savage FINcast, and you'll be brought to our channel and all of our wonderful, well, not all, only the last like 6 months worth of episodes are up at this point. But going forward, I will be uploading every new episode to YouTube at the same time I upload it to our homepage.
Sweet.
So if you want, another way to be reminded that the Savage FINcast is, out, you can subscribe to us on YouTube now.
Never miss an episode.
Yeah, never miss an episode. And of course, our YouTube will be linked to our site if you want to go find the direct link to the MP3 if you want to download it. And I just thought it'd be worth it for a little bit more exposure.
It is nice.
More convenience for our listeners.
I like the whole embedding and sharing options that YouTube offers.
Embed it. Go give it away. Put all your friends.
Put it out there. I think that this is just one more tool for people to, get it out there, and hell, that's what we need. So, big up, Jim. Thank you so much for your efforts.
Yep.
So,
no problem.
You figure we have a little unfinished business, don't you think? Got some folks that worked real hard, didn't get their day in the sun last time, and that ain't right. Damn it!
It ain't.
That's
it ain't right. It ain't right.
That's not what we do here at the FINcast.
So we're going to talk about our friend of the show, Gavin Higginbotham, and artist extraordinaire, Scott James, who came together in a titanic team-up to bring us the greatest comic to mankind, Neutron Bob.
And I love that logo. It's
actually
fantastic.
The splash page here does have the logo with the
Isn't that beautiful?
with the atom in it. Yes.
Can't you just see that every month?
I could. On every newsstand in America.
And I gotta say, this cover gave you heart palpitations. No spoilers yet, but you were worried.
Bloody hands are never a good sign in a Savage Dragon comic.
Bob don't look happy, that's for sure. Even the guys outside looking in the door don't look happy.
Huh? Superhumans, what?
That blue-skinned feller sure looks scared.
But this was a great little comic. I mean, I love Neutron Bob as a character, so anytime we get to see him again is great. And, of course, here he is lovingly rendered by the great Scott James, who should...
Beautiful.
Yes. He just captures... He's got so much energy to his work, and he's got, like... He adds so much character to Bob and the other freaks that show up.
Mm-hmm. I love the checkered pattern. Like, it's not just some, like, half-ass sort of thing. Like, it follows the fold of the clothes and stuff.
Yep.
Oh,
He did the work.
It's good.
Put in the time.
It's good. It paid off.
Of course, Neutron Bob's outfit is one of the best Erik has ever designed.
He's an iconic bastard.
He's a freaking suit with checks.
He's going to stick out in your memory.
But this story is basically Bob is out in Detroit, and the Vicious Circle comes recruiting because Bob can't be allowed to go straight. It looks so bad.
Yeah.
Vicious Circle, because ever since what happened? It was back during Emperor. Was it Emperor Dragon? Before Emperor Dragon.
Yeah, a little bit before.
Basically, Bob had been trying to go straight and had become a quote-unquote superhero for Detroit. And then Kerr showed up and sliced his belly open, which put my heart into my throat. Because that's never good.
No.
Apparently he's made a full recovery, God's sword or not.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's still in Detroit kicking ass and being loud and proud.
Hanging around a glory hole.
Yeah. Takes the edge off, I suppose.
I love the way Roughneck is handled in this too.
Yeah, Roughneck showing up is always fun too, because Roughneck's another great design.
He's just such a troll though. Come on, Bob, you Uncle Tom, like peer pressure. He gets peer pressured into this like heist.
I wonder if he paints his face, Roughneck. I mean, or if he's just blue too.
I want to say it's probably just his natural flesh tone. But him and who's the Finn guy?
Who's the fish guy? I have no idea.
Damn
Probably
it,
a new one.
Craig would have known.
Craig, where are you?
No, they come and they peer pressure Bob into a scandal, and they got his mom as ransom. That's the thing.
Those dastardly fiends.
I love the way the guy is menacing Bob's mom too.
Rawr. Check out my big Larsen hands.
With his hands, I love it. It's awesome. Then she's like, "What did you say about my boy?"
That's the first clue.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is in that scene where she says, "What did you say about my boy?" She's got like a little skull for a pupil.
I know, man.
And then the very next page, Bob gets angry and he gets a little skull in his pupil.
It's genetic.
It's very genetic.
It's in the genes.
Skull eyes.
Don't piss him off. You see the skull pupil, it's over.
And he hits Roughneck so hard, bolts come out. I wonder if those grow back.
They have to, man. At this point,
it's a natural.
Just a part of
mutation.
His body. They're kind of like giant, like warts. Bolt warts.
It's gotta be. He should go work for a bolt company. Just harvest them.
Scrape his warts off. I love also too that the cover is worked into, and there's Deadly Duo. There's a Deadly Duo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Deadly Duo, the greatest heroes of Detroit, showing up fashionably late as always.
This thing is rock solid from beginning to end. Yeah, that's why we had to bring it back. We just had to give this the love it deserved.
Apparently, they were not requested to join SOS like every other single hero in the entire world.
That's what's great. They're not on the list. Yeah, I think Bubble Boy made the cut before these two.
I wish Bubble Boy would come back. Scott James, Gavin, get me a Bubble Boy backup now.
Hey, it could happen.
Oh, man.
It could happen.
Wait a minute. Capcom might sue.
Really?
Yeah, for Bubble Man.
They don't care about Mega Man.
They
That
don't
ain't
care
happening.
about Mega Man.
They don't care. This is just solid though. I love it. I love the end. I love the coloring, the like Scott James coloring. Gavin's writing's good on it. It's good. Lots of
I
profanity.
was certainly hoping for this ending when I saw that, cover image. Because she's the most dangerous woman in the world.
Well, it's got to be. Bob came out of her. I'm just saying.
I think their whole origin was they just lived close to toxic waste for a while.
Do we know? Have they ever said?
I think it was in, I can't even remember when or where, but I think it's on the wiki.
But that still doesn't explain that amazing fashion sense.
That's natural. That you're born with that.
A style, baby.
Mega Bomb can't take that away.
No, it was good. It was really good. I was really anytime you guys. I think for me this was as fun and awesome as the Fosco Powerhouse and
Flash Mercury.
Fight monsters team.
Fight
up.
the monsters. Yeah, that was a good one.
This one scratched all the right itches. I was like, yep, I like it. I like it a lot. So that was a winner. On to the funnies. Yeah, I loved Truth Serum.
Truth Serum?
That was hilarious. That's good. Truth Serum, has it been running in the other issues? I feel like it was a new one this month.
No Average Dragon, though.
No Average Dragon, but you know what? I mean, it's not like Simon can be... you can't get gold from the goose all the time. You gotta, Yeah. I liked Misery Loves Sherman, although I wonder how many if you're a non-gamer, I wonder if you know what it's all about.
You gotta be in on the joke.
Yay, yay, And Night Watchman continues to be...
Cryptic?
I like it. It did start to be sequential. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but it is more in... So this food critic is he's got this plan to...
Gonna moiderize him!
Yeah, he's got clearly some explosion themed plan in mind, so it's good. All in all, we just couldn't... I don't know, it'd been kind of wrong to not talk about the backups, that's all. They were such
just
quality.
Have to get them in there.
I mean, that was a ass-kicking issue, and then you continue along, and then, boing, you got Bob at the glory hole. Manchester's newest orphan. It's so good. So, just want to give that its day in the sun.
So, let's talk about Savage Dragon 197. Let's
get current with it.
Current.
Let's get up to date. It's what you're really here for, folks. It's what you really want to know. So did we guess? I just want to rewind the clock back when we were taking our guesses.
Why Malcolm had a mouthful of teeth?
Yeah, did we guess?
I'm not sure anyone directly guessed Bellco Chemicals. I think we all said you got bit by a vampire or some dumb thing like that.
Gorilla. We theorized. I remember gorilla. We were like, gorilla? Could it be a gorilla? I want to see.
I don't know. I believe I said I thought the cover wasn't the best just because of how simple it is. Or I guess how plain it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a decent cover. I guess it's eye-grabbing. I just didn't care for it very much.
I just don't care for it. Well, I think it was pretty sweet.
I think it's the lack of background is just kind of off-putting to me.
I think it's pretty sweet. It ties into the whole issue. And definitely I don't know. It was. I was like, okay, this is sweet. This is dope. Do you get in the digital version? Do you get the interior joke, the Icorn joke?
No, that's the one thing I don't get is the credits page for some reason.
Oh, it's so swanky. More awesome than a monkey wearing a tuxedo made out of bacon riding a cyborg unicorn with a lightsaber for the horn on the tip of a space shuttle closing in on Mars while engulfed in flames.
Holy crap. That's a good one.
Probably his best. That's why I felt compelled to bring it up. No, but it's good stuff. I like that the police are willing to endanger Maxine as part of their plan.
Yeah, these not the best. Not the best policing.
Not Chicago's brightest.
But they must go through cops like copy paper, so
Yeah.
So last left our hero, he had been horribly mutated by the polluted water of the danger zone, thanks to the corrupt business practices of Bellco Chemicals, whose apparently entire industry is based around dumping chemicals in water for no reason.
Douchebags.
Yeah. I never really gelled with Bellco Chemicals as like a threat because they're just kind of so undeveloped.
Yeah, and Larsen said in the interview that they're just more or less meant to represent sort of any uncaring corporate company.
Which I get and I understand, and it's shorthand, but it's not very interesting to me.
Oh, so you didn't like it? Like,
no, it's not that I love the issue. I just don't like Bellco Chemicals as a plot point because I don't care about Bellco Chemicals. They don't have like a big boss man who is like, threatening the city, shaking his fist. It just doesn't feel like a natural, real thing.
I think they've been around enough that, like, to me, I equate them as a problem. Like, they're largely responsible for Chicago's, freak population.
Right.
But I guess I'm kind of with you.
But you just said it right there. What if they're, like, almost the majority responsible for, like, why there's such a large population, but that's never really been indicated or developed? It just seems like that's like something that could be huge.
You never know. That's the funny thing. I mean, it still could be.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, that's what's so funny is that the minute you assume and take for granted that, the Bellco is just this faceless thing. Next thing you know, you have John Bellco shaking his fist at the top of a skyscraper. Damn that Malcolm!
Damn that Malcolm dragon!
But I'm with you. At least initially. They're really just sort of a nameless, just a threatened name only, which I don't know. It is kind of, I'm a little bit okay with it because who would he be at the most? Just a guy in a business suit. Like, how interesting could he really be?
Yeah, how interesting is Lex Luthor? How interesting is Norman Osborn?
Okay, you're swaying me. You're swaying me. I guess I'll give it that.
I don't know. It doesn't even need to be that. It just seems like it's underdeveloped is all.
So,
But speaking of first page, hey Maxine, aren't you the greatest character in the book right now?
Yes, always and forever. She's like, that is a great character, I'm just saying. I dig Maxine.
She's just so different than all the other girlfriend characters that have come and gone.
Because she's interesting and not a hateful bitch?
No, mostly because she's a teenager and she's trying really hard to make this work. She loves Malcolm, and Malcolm loves her, and it's just life has gotten between them. And they're still young, so anything can happen. And she's also a normal human being, which is always tricky when you're a superhuman. Yeah,
it's really one of those awesome... I love their dynamic for that, because you've got the whole, he's a superhero. It could never work. One of those kind of things.
I like how she tries to talk mutated Malcolm down.
And it's kind of working is the thing. He kind of doesn't really... It
probably would have worked if it hadn't been for these jackasses.
Yeah, well, that's what's so awesome is I love that they're like, get him. It's like, didn't anybody tell you guys that he just killed a shit ton of Vicious Circle people? But you get a lot of awesome familiar faces here. I didn't know that Simon Kane, I guess he's the dude with the, all the straps all over him and this, purple hair and stuff.
What?
The dude at the top of the page where he's like, I'll make this quick. Yeah, is he mind control guy? Or I remember he...
I don't think so. I think he's just a tough guy.
Just a tough guy?
I don't think that's Simon Kane. I think that's War God, or hold on a second. They rattled off a list here. We got Mechatech, Caveman, Vicious, Victorious, Warcry, Assassin. I'm pretty sure he's Warcry.
Ah, okay.
Because he looks like a Warcry.
Simon Kane took over him in that past issue. I guess that's what's messing with me. I'm so shitty.
Why are you bringing up Simon Kane?
I don't know.
Hasn't Simon Kane been dead since issue 90?
Yeah, I feel like he took over that dude for an issue though.
Maybe that was maybe that. How long ago was that?
Long time.
Oh man, I'm thinking that might have been because Simon Kane, he was the guy responsible for mind controlling everybody, right?
Yeah, I think
Like,
he was.
He mind controlled all of Chicago to beat each other up.
Yeah.
Dragon punched him, make it stop.
Dragon decapitated this guy.
He got decapitated. I thought that was by Cyberface, because he was a major component to taking back the White House from Cyberface.
Okay.
And then as soon as his job was done, he got decapitated by some random VC goon.
I don't know. It was cool to see him back for however short, however brief that was.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's War God, and I'm pretty sure the one in the armor is Mechatech. And then Caveman, it should be obvious. Who's Victorious? Victorious would
the one with the V head, right?
I think. No, I'm pretty sure that's Mechatech. Oh no, that might be the green one. The cyber. The armored one. I don't know. Where's Gavin?
Yeah.
Damn,
Where
we're
are you?
bad at this.
Yeah, this is not our strong suit. Ours is banter,
Flailing
I think.
around, making educated guesses.
Uneducated. Oh, can I say something? Herringbone Seed. I don't feel was something that hit my ear weird. Is I don't know that his name was mentioned last issue.
Who?
Herringbone Seed.
Herringbone Seed.
He's the guy with the big belly.
The gut and the face. Yeah, they got cut in half.
Yeah.
No, I think this is the first time he was mentioned.
So it was funny because I was reading the issue and Larsen said, "Well, it was Herringbone Seed," and I was like, "Herringbone Seed? That is the weirdest name."
Well, it was red herring. Wait, no. I don't know. That is a very weird name.
I love it. I love that weird. Like, was he named? Like, Zelda and Herringbone Seed seem like names people had as freaks, not like normal names, you know? And I feel sad for Parker here.
Oh, is that his name, Parker?
Yeah, the ugly-ass kid with Zelda. I was never beautiful.
I don't know. She's cute for a Skrull face.
Yeah. For a bald, scroll-chinned, red-eyed... Yeah. Sad, rough for Parker. He just his mutation just made him look like a super dorky
the most coif of hair.
Yeah. He's got Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien bangs. But dude, was not the action totally? I mean, this was yet another badass issue for action.
Yeah, there's a lot of good splash pages in here.
Yeah, there's a guy I thought was Simon Kane getting his head smashed open.
Yeah, Malcolm's using that hunk of rock attached to the chain to just absolutely go fucking bananas.
He ought to keep seeing how good he is with one, he ought to use a wrecking ball all the damn time.
Go find Mace. Take his mace. He can be the new Mace.
It's fantastic. And it's always a winner for my money whenever you use the ink splatter. Like the little splattery ink effects.
Right. It's like when I see that, I think it's like the darkest blood.
Yeah.
It's like a blast of super dark red blood.
I don't know for sure, but this feels like another 2-up issue because wasn't the art so it seemed like extra.
I want to say Erik said this is his last regular issue.
Oh, is this regular?
I'm pretty sure he said that on the forum that he's going 2-up all the time. He drew this one mostly on a plane.
Okay.
So this one he could not do twice up because he was traveling.
Okay.
I believe that is what he said.
Damn, it's on point. I don't know. I got fooled. The action's
got
so
you
good.
again.
Damn it. I gotta say, the V-headed chick has I love the, she just blasts Malcolm's foot off. Screw this!
Yeah, she has got a great design. Or, I suppose, had a great design.
Yeah. I hate to see her go.
Actually, I didn't think she died until I rechecked the page and saw her legs under the rock. Malcolm just goes absolutely crazy and murders absolutely everybody.
So that's a confirmed kill. She's dead?
Yeah, they're confirmed later on in the issue. They give a rundown. Oh. And usually if they say it in the book, it's generally considered canon.
Okay, too bad.
Yeah, that's definitely her under the rock getting squished.
Yeah, he is ape shit. I love Berserker. I love the Berserker Malcolm. I love that it got 2 issues. I was afraid it was going to get resolved just in that one, like a done in one. I love that we really got to spend a little more time with him being badass.
Right.
And oh yeah, by the way, confirmed in the interview that the foot growing back so damn quick was like a Bellco chemical thing, because like you see his foot's like lopped off.
Oh
and then
yeah,
comes
I'm
back
seeing
in
it
a
kind
panel.
of glopping.
Yeah, it's just like the fastest healing effect ever. So it wasn't all bad.
Yeah, that's actually, I didn't even notice that the first time. You're right, his foot just kind of grows back, and there's like a little graphic with the tendrils of blood coming back out.
It's nice, isn't it? It was a subtle touch that you may not have noticed because it was so subtle. But like, yeah, he said in the interview that was a confirmed, like, you know, it was meant to show you that his Bellco like chemicals like form was like, you know,
crazy,
warping him. So this guy would have been like a total, like if Malcolm stayed like
should have stayed
Berserker,
like this.
he would have been a
no one would
fucking
have confused
force
him with
to be
his dad then.
Can you imagine if that's how the book went on? Rrr?
I can't kiss my girlfriend.
Or
Damn
whistle. Can't even whistle. Or say whistle for that matter. He was pretty easy to persuade though, wasn't he? Like as soon as he's done, Zelda just runs up and like, hey, don't forget Bellco, and Malcolm takes off.
I gotta wonder if he's actually not that much out of his wits at this point.
Yeah, it seems like probably like it wouldn't have taken much to get him there anyway.
He probably just lacks the ability to speak because of all the teeth in his mouth.
He's actually totally normal.
He's totally normal. He can't talk.
Bellco, yeah, that's right. I am pissed off at you. I'll never be able to play the harmonica or kiss a girl. That's all you want. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Who is this loser that darted? Like he seems like he stepped right out of the...
Just a loser. He kind of looks like one of the remember one of those kids that hung out with She-Dragon,
yeah, like the Eternal Youths.
Yeah, like he looks like one of the Eternal Youths, but they all died, so let's put on the cowboy hat. He's got like the same hair.
Can I just say I love that when he gets his head cut off, his hair's still hanging there.
It's just power, hair powers. They're more common than you think.
It's like his hair is just like hanging shoulder length. He deserved to die. What a terrible dresser.
God. He does kind of look like a Liefeldian.
Yeah.
Type costume.
I got that, especially with like the cross hatching on the face.
The shoulder pads.
He's got sort of like the way his mouth is in that like the fourth panel, I guess you'd call it. Yeah. He's sort of like brah.
Yeah, but you can see his tongue. His teeth aren't clenched.
Only samurai and insect escape from serious injury, brah. In my mind. No, but I also, too, like on a non-joking side, I love how badass Dart is.
Oh, yeah. She's finally taken a page out of Overlord's handbook. Just kill everyone who displeases you. That'll always work.
She's sick of their ineptitude. I mean, at this point, they've failed her pretty fucking regular for the last few months. Yeah. So, yeah, it's time to take matters into your own hands.
This actually might be the end of the vicious circle.
A lot of it. I mean, yeah, that's something to think about. I mean, they sure did, like, eat it. A lot of team members, like, put through the meat grinder there.
Dart blew it as bad as the last two. Honestly, Firepower's probably doing the best job of it.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus.
That's kind of not saying much, is it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, and also, too, I mean, you know, I don't know, we'll touch on it later in the issue, I guess. I want to say, are you not worried about this fine young Asian normal officer that's helping Maxine?
Oh, good point. Don't tell her parents.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with his presence.
I didn't even think about that, but I did sort of note in the back of my head he had kind of like Asian features.
Yeah, he's got a good job, you know, bit on the heroic side. He's a cop in a super dangerous city. That's not green,
doesn't have a fin for a head.
Yeah,
he ticks all the boxes.
Checking all those boxes. I'm telling you, dude, as soon as I saw it, at first I was like, you know, on panel 1 you don't think about it, and then by like that third panel he's like, what do you expect? And I was like, you cock blocker?
Oh, and he's actually spelling it out to Maxine.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's not just coincidence. He's actually saying
He's sabotaging.
Dude,
jerk, fist shake.
Such a douchebag. It's not concern. He's just trying to lay game. What do you think, Maxine? I mean, geez, your parents are right. It's like, oh, you bastard.
And here's my other problem with Bellco Chemicals.
Uh-huh.
They just happen to have the cure.
Freak
It solved
out.
the problem with every freak in the city. But nope, we're just gonna keep it for some reason.
Well, you know, that's their insidious plot. They have the cure. They've created the disease.
Right, I get that, but it doesn't seem like there was any indication that they've been exploiting it like that. Like, they mutate people and then they charge them to turn back to normal. You'd think that'd be like a plot.
I want to say, though, I mean, I know Herringbone Seed said it in the last one, but I want to say that I feel like even when She-Dragon was in the possession of the freaks,
Right.
that they said the exact same thing. Because remember, they had originally planned to kidnap the Bellco Chemicals girl,
Right.
and they were holding her for ransom.
Right.
And then She-Dragon drank the, water.
Well, the water.
And turned into a freak. So they were like, oh, I feel like they dropped the plot that was Belco's scheme even all the way back then.
Right.
So, I don't know. For me, at least, I think enough groundwork was laid.
Okay.
I feel Freak Out being the cure, on the other hand, that felt like a bit of a plot twist, because wasn't Freak Out used in an earlier...
Well, Freak Out, of course, was used to cure She-Dragon, which turned her human.
Okay.
Because what it does is, when this issue will demonstrate, it actually, it's basically liquid form of freaking negate is what it is. Because it totally takes all the superhuman out of you, all the the post-birth mutations out of you.
Right.
So when She-Dragon got a dose, she not only got rid of the Bellco chemical side of her, but also got rid of Johnny Redbeard's transformation.
Right.
That they did to her. It was a complete rewrite. I want to say it was also used in a weakened form to keep all the Dragon injector VC guys from exploding.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think you might be right. Like, sort of as a stabilizer.
Right. They were using it as a stabilizing agent to keep all the Dragon copies from exploding from their injections.
Okay.
I recall that was the case.
Okay, good memory. I just feel like Freak Out had been mentioned before. I don't know how much of a correlation had been made. It didn't bother me or anything, but I felt like it was kind of new that Freak Out was the cure.
Yeah, it's been around. It's been bumped around, mostly with ties to Bellco Chemicals whenever it comes up. But it's one of those things is, for the entire run of the series, Chicago has had a large population of super freaks. Right. And it's, one of the main thrusts of the series is this is why Chicago is so bad and why we need a superhuman cop in the first place.
Right.
Because all these freaks, they can't get jobs, so they commit super crime. And the police can't handle it. It's in the intro of our show every friggin' month.
Right.
But if the cure is as easy as an injection, it just kind of takes out, like, all of the danger of it, which is kind of just tough for me to rationalize, I guess. When you think too far with it.
I think that it's the fact that the cure is very expensive, not readily available. It would add to the whole, like, Chicago's crime-riddled, because you have guys that love being freaks and so they commit crime.
Right.
But then you also have people who are desperate to be human again, so they'll commit crime. So, I don't know. For me, it kind of works.
Okay.
But I do like how Bellco is like, it's him, Malcolm Dragon's here. So they're aware. They're aware of what's coming up. Is that John Day?
I don't know. He's a little bit more close-up than we usually see. I don't think it's supposed to be.
Just a guy that likes that style.
Yeah, I can't seem to pinpoint another John Day appearance this issue, though. So he's not one of the cops, and he's not... I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, it's a little bit more of a close-up than usual.
Yeah, these guys...
Also, he says Ulp. I'm not sure if John Day ever is supposed to speak.
Well, he hasn't said anything yet, I don't think. I do like that, these cops just let Malcolm look badass with the guns. Just saying. Like with the freak-out guns.
Yeah.
I like that the cops just let Malcolm go. And then... the ultimate awesome, nope, you're wrong. You flip the page, double hand cut off action. So awesome.
Youch.
So awesome.
Oh, how I'll never my whittling hand.
Clap. Oh, you can't. No, I loved it. I love this. Dart's such a ninja badass. Oh, it's so awesome.
And she goes and blows people up because that's always fun.
The exploding dart. You get all the awesome things of Dart here. Just God Sword action, exploding darts. And then how great is the takedown?
Just headbutt.
She's just a normal person, despite all her agility and whatnot. So, headbutt would do it.
Yeah, it's interesting where it puts Dart, because now all of her VC goons all got slaughtered, and now she's back in police custody, presumably.
You got to think probably that leaves the leadership up for grabs. So
yeah, I mean, last time she was incarcerated, she escaped pretty easily, but this time they probably got a better handle on what her abilities are.
I would say, even though, also too, you got to look from vicious, like a VC goon like viewpoint. Here's somebody who's not really done a super awesome job as leader, gotten a lot of people killed, and even there towards the end, look, I'm gonna start killing people. Like, told them all in a big meeting, look, I'm starting to think killing you guys was the way to get through to you. So, you think they're probably not gonna really come to her rescue.
Right.
So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I believe Erik mentioned that issue 200, the VC is supposed to go after Dragon, so I guess we'll see what's going to happen there.
And, I guess spoiler alert, we saw Dart on the cover of issue 201, right?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I want to say I feel like it's
on his Facebook.
Yeah, I want to say we feel like, obviously with comics anything can happen. That could be like another Dart.
Covers are lies.
Another Summer. Let me make sure here real quick. Make sure we're not talking crazy talk here.
Check the photos.
It's the a 2-up picture of Dart and Malcolm. She's giving Malcolm the old boot to the mouth.
These pictures in reverse order. Hold on.
You've got some editing to do, Jim.
Oh, there it is. Found it. Oh,
is it 201?
Boot to the face. That's always pleasing.
So that leaves you sort of you got some questions there. Some
questions and more questions. Like, where's the God Sword? Dun dun dun.
An enigma wrapped in a question with a little mystery stuffed in it. So yeah, I mean it's cool. I always like to see things shaken up, and really you have no idea what the hell's going to happen from here. So
nope.
It's cool to see sort of this thing with Dart escalating to the point to where, honestly, she has not been the most. Her rise to power was certainly amazing. She's not exactly been the best Overlord.
Well, she's unstable. She's always been unstable. That's always been my question, is that she won't be able to handle the leadership role because she's crazy.
You got to think that reader that had the problem with yellow skies, he's probably been going apeshit this issue.
Problem with who?
Remember the reader on the forum that was like, yellow skies.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow skies. Every cover a yellow sky.
Yeah, there's been a lot of yellow skies.
I'm not
the biggest fan of yellow skies myself. I think I don't know. I think it's not the best color choice, but what you gonna do?
I haven't noticed it, and I mean, it's been such awesome action. It's been kind of sweet.
I find it very obvious. I mean, it always jumps out at me.
Is it super jarring for you too?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, okay.
Not my choice of sky color.
Well, we do have a little blue sky here.
Blue sky, and we get the terrible freaking news.
Oh my God!
Damn it!
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Apparently, Freak Out is so good, it took away not only his healing factor, but his lightning powers.
Dude.
And the only way to get him his healing factor back was to inject him with his dad's blood, which has no lightning powers.
How fucked would he have been if he hadn't have had some healing power? Like, if he hadn't had his regeneration ability from his old man returned.
Right.
I mean, and dude,
armless.
I am so sad to see lightning powers go. Well, I think I gave out an audible, "Aww."
Yeah, I think I made noises myself.
Oh.
Wah, wah. I think the most, I don't know, it's just we love the lightning powers, and the fact that they were taken, like, so nonchalantly.
They were one of the, I would say...
he didn't even get to use them this issue.
I know.
Like every Erik Larsen creation, their deaths are so understated. Because they just end, apparently.
It really hurt. This one really hurt. I think I was more upset about this than... jeez. Who can I even equate it to? What was the blonde's name?
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, man.
God.
You
Lightning
care
powers.
for her so much, you don't even remember her name.
Lightning powers. You went too soon.
You went too soon, Lightning Powers.
I want to see Malcolm visiting a grave, and on the headstone it says Lightning Powers. We barely knew you.
Now there's a sketch for issue 200.
That's her issue 200 sketch. I was upset. I was sad. So sad. And I know we can get him back, but GD. How?
How does he get him back? Unfortunately, I can't think of a way that isn't completely convoluted.
I would say that, and here's the thing, just for anybody, I always like to
Time travel! Goes back to the past and he drinks his own blood.
It was one of it, to me, his most awesome defining characteristics, too, as a character. It really helped him stand apart from his old man.
From his father, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, because it was one of the things I pointed to. People were like, he's just the same guy. He's just a little bit darker green. It's the same character. So it doesn't matter
then
that
you
he
throw
took
lightning
over the
powers. Lightning powers!
I would throw lightning powers in their face every time. I would be like, yeah, he's the same guy. Well, how about he inherited powers from his mom that his dad never had, you stupid bastard. And they would
now
always
who's
be like,
the stupid bastard?
It's me.
Apparently it's you and the rest of us.
I'm the stupid bastard. I'm such a fool. You know what it is, Jim?
Malcolm's fault. Blame Malcolm.
I let lightning powers get too close to my heart. And
sorry,
really...
I'm laughing at your pain.
I'll never love the same way. I'll never be able to be...
No powers will ever get close again.
Yeah, I'm going to be guarded. I'm always going to have that apprehension. Fucking lightning powers. So yeah, I was pissed. I was super, super pissed. I didn't even care about Zelda's stupid little happy ending. I was like, you stupid... I thought lightning powers are going to be standing at the door.
Not Maxine, just lightning powers. I'm back.
I'm back, Malcolm. Open your mouth.
That should be that would be a good character. Lightning powers. Disembodied lightning, searching for a host.
I'm just so upset. So, yeah, I guess I'm happy for Zelda. Good job. You get to be with ugly ass Parker.
Yeah, and he lost like a head of height too. Apparently his powers made him taller.
I know, dude. That poor bastard. He got worse.
Now he's Mole Man.
Freak out made him worse. Because at least he was like eye length with her. And we also get the bit of information that Bellco is still kicking around.
Of course it is.
Like Bellco gets to be like, oh no, jeez, it was a rogue employee. I assume that they were wealthy, like Mr. Hal types.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to keep dwelling on Bellco Chemicals, but if it was explained like they were making something and the mutating chemicals were like a byproduct and they were just, I mean, that would make more sense instead of just actively dumping chemicals in water because.
I would assume that they, I mean, it's never stated. So, I mean, I guess that's the difference is that you need it stated, and I'm kind of like,
Yeah, keep it vague. Yeah, okay.
You assume they can't be completely evil, or they would be constantly under attack from good guys.
Yeah.
So, you got to think, like, for as much as we hate GMO foods, they still make a lot of food,
I'm not sure if I hate GMO foods, but there you go.
You like Big Mutant corn?
It's not Big Mutant corn. It's just corn that is more resilient to pesticides and insects.
You'll think that until you look like Zelda and Parker.
Meh.
Until you look like Harry.
We've been eating genetically modified food for hundreds of years. It's just that now we do it scientifically instead of, through trial and error.
Now we know the name of the mutants, a mutant, or whatever you would call the person mutating your food.
I guess.
I think Bellco, to bring it back, I think Bellco probably does other stuff we don't see.
Yep, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I guess that's still left open because they still exist.
It's kind of a Larsen way to handle things. He doesn't always necessarily spoon feed you all the info.
Right.
Like, Bellco has a chemical that can be dumped in the water, but Freakout's put in guns. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I don't know. I just need a motivation. Characters need motivation.
Bellco's not a character. It's just an evil organization.
I guess.
And their motivation, their motivation's money.
Yeah, but I don't even know if that was clearly stated.
I feel like it was.
I think it's implied, but I don't know. It's like you said. You don't mind it vague. I think it's leaving a huge gaping plot hole. We're just different, you and I.
Agree to disagree. I like how diplomatically you phrased it too. So, should we discuss?
So page turn and what?
Yeah.
Space. I love space.
I love it. This is good.
Vanguard's
I like this.
Back, baby.
This backup's good.
Yes. Oh, and actually, this cover. Wait a minute. This says Scott James. Is he inking? He's inking.
Is he?
No, he's coloring. Scott James is coloring.
Oh, okay. I thought it looked beautiful. No,
yeah.
It does look beautiful.
That sky ain't a shady. Well, it is a shady yellow, but it's gradient. Look at the gradient. Sweet gradient.
So many beautiful hues. That man knows his way around a Photoshop. It's good. This is a good issue. I really love that they're paying some attention to the whole. I kind of wonder. I like to wonder about these things. Like, so the whole planet's dead, and then what? Like, so
and
it's
then
not,
what?
Yeah, I love that Vanguard is, where we're picking up on that stuff.
Yes, they've returned to Calyptus, and of course, last time we were there, the entire
the Tyranians.
The Tyranians had
just
the Tyranian. Wait, who's the Combine? Is it Tyranian Combine?
Yeah, this is the Tyranian Combine, and they're the giant bug monsters that plague Vanguard's people. So they're the ones who just wiped out Dragon's people. If you remember the sequence, like Dragon was like, "Well, here's a planet."
Here's a planet,
and then led his people to their doom. So,
as he does.
So there was that beautiful double-page spread of everybody, including Dragon's son, just mutilated by the bugs, the Tyranians. So
because I believe, Dragon had killed all the ones that were on the planet, landed, colonized the planet, and then, oops, guess what? The universe is full of these assholes. So they came back and murdered them all.
So yeah, basically Dragon responsible for genocide.
Again.
King of the Bonehead Plays.
And then I believe in the last Vanguard series they were wiped out again.
Mm-hmm. I believe you're right. They were now I forget who did the poisoning, but yeah. They say it might have been Lorella, dude, because
you're right.
I think they said that the poison came from the ship. So I want to think Lorella killed these guys.
Yeah, she probably kicked it out as she was escaping.
If you remember, she couldn't get away before the whole, because she collected, samples from their ship, and, she poisoned them on the way out so that she could make her escape.
Right.
I want to say
Lorella. Say you're right.
Yeah, so when they come back, Vanguard's just left, Van and Company are just left to wonder what the hell went on. Like, they don't know.
Right, they weren't there, so they're piecing it together Super Sleuth style. And, of course, the whole gang's here. We got Vanguard, Roxanne, I believe is her name. What's her name? The other
Roxanne.
one. Yeah, the other one. Modem. Of course, Wally's got his new body, his Calyptian body. Not Calyptian, a Tyranian body.
Which
the ones surviving other Calyptian.
There's Lurch.
And Lurch, of course, who actually has a lot to do, and the guy from Etrian.
Yeah.
What's his face?
The dude with the crystal staff.
Galian.
Yeah. So that it's awesome because this really picks up where the previous Van series was. So, it's sweet.
It's cool because at the end of the last series, you kind of felt like they were wrapping up all these loose ends and bringing them all together, and you didn't really know if we'd ever see these guys again.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty final. So this was a nice surprise for me. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention, and didn't know that this was coming.
Oh, I saw the door open. I just didn't know if they would step through it.
I assumed that we were like exclusively in the realm of funnies, and then to see more Van, I was like, ooh, nice.
Oh, you didn't know this specific series was coming?
No, yeah.
Oh no, this surprised me too. I think I found out about it a week before the issue came out.
See, I didn't even know until I bought the. I was.
Oh no, you know what happened, Eric? We talked about it on the last interview.
Oh,
that's when we found out.
Jeez, it's been a busy time. The whole video card thing's been very traumatic.
Ah.
And I love this, though. You get to see Lurch doing his thing. There's, like, little plot points progress. Like, Lurch continues to be unable... Like, he sort of lurches as a character. It's cool to see, like, I don't know, part of the whole appeal of the whole dragon thing is the continuity and the progression. And it's cool to see Lurch, like, his situation getting less stable. Like, he's not able to do kind of what makes him Lurch.
Right. I mean, that's sort of what's implied here, is that he's never going to be able to shape... Well, he's never going to be able to absorb another person's identity again. I think he'll still shapeshift, but I don't think he'll be doing the mind read kind of duplication thing again.
He's kind of losing his ability to, one of his defining traits was to just, grip onto someone and become them. And, like, here he sort of implies he's got a head full of people now. So, yeah, he's getting more and more unstable. And, I don't know, then I like the little, like, twist with Wally, which, again, you totally, like you said, you called it. Like, he's got that new body. I don't know why no one else was thinking it, but yeah, they're totally susceptible to poison. So, this was good. This was good. Love the art, love the colors, love the story. Win, win, win.
Yep. Can't wait to see where it goes, because it looks like they brought a whole armada of ships they commandeered, and now they're all infected as well. So they're like losing all of the gains they made.
Yeah.
So everything. That always puts you in a bind.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's still an artificial intellect to be dealt with monitoring this planet. So yeah, you never know what the hell's going to come out of it. So yeah, it's good stuff.
In that last page, you see the wreckage of the old dragon ship. I gotta wonder if they're going to be going in there at some point.
That's the beautiful thing, is that like there's so much that can happen. Like that ship has information on how to bring back chosen ones. Like there's all kinds of crazy stuff that can happen.
Oh yeah.
So it's awesome.
Yep.
I love these as much as I do love random stuff. I love the backups that could lead to new plot points in the main story too. Good stuff.
And of course this time they're off in another part of the space, so it won't be tied as closely to events in Savage Dragon, which I think is for the best.
Yeah,
last time
cool.
it was special because of how closely it was tied, but now give it some room. Let it be its own thing.
Yeah, I do like the two parallel things. Like they're both like Malcolm's adventures are very street level. Then you flip over to this Vanguard stuff and you got some cosmic space stuff. That's good. I dig it.
I dig it as well.
And look what we got.
A whole page of funnies.
It's beautiful. Average Dragon.
Yes.
I love the old man. He needs a name.
I think he has one.
Does he?
I think they named him on the forum anyway. He hasn't been named that in the strip yet. I want to say his name is... I can't remember. I don't remember what his name is. I'm pretty sure he's been named, though. Maybe Seymour?
Gomer. I thought he'd be a good Gomer. Look at his face. He's old. Gomer is a good old name. You gotta wonder how Dragon lost his arm.
It'll grow back.
Ah, crap. Oh, wait. I like the disapproving scowl. You dick. By the way, Night Watchman, so we've been busting its chops, but I want to say Happy Death Day, critic.
A little on the nose.
That's hilarious. I don't know why.
You look at it. It's got freaking firecrackers just sticking out of it. This is the worst made cake. No wonder he thought your cooking was terrible.
You should expect bad reviews when you can't even.
I don't think he's kidding, Sal. That cake is ticking. Why is it ticking? It's got freaking lit dynamite sticking out of it.
It's beautiful though. I gotta say, for me, this turned a corner. Like right here, it all clicked. I was like, okay, I'm on board with this. Happy Death Day, critic.
So yeah,
I want to make someone a Death Day cake.
Make him a Death Day cake. That's a good idea.
It's got lit fuses and it's ticking. It's beautiful. It was beautiful. I was tearing up a little. And Misery loves Sherman. I loved it too. For me, oddly, Night Watchman, the Dark Horse, he pulled up. He pulled into the front. I was like, okay.
I enjoy it. It's good. I mean, yeah, it's good.
You can't complain. It's beautiful. It's free comics.
It's free comics. The best kind of comics.
More bang for your buck. So
yeah, it's a pretty good issue.
I was happy. And the march to 200 continues.
Yeah,
We've got
only two more.
We've got our all splash issue coming, and then 198.
Which is next. And then all splashes. And then 200.
Okay. So 198, then all splashes, and then 200. So, oh man. And I'm thinking we're saying, what, November for 200?
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's about when I thought it would come out.
See, Larsen's working on 199 now-ish, I think. So that means the 198's in the can.
Right.
So, excited. Shall we...
Bring it home, Raven.
Shall we solicit? Malcolm Dragon faces the uncanny ant menaces. The Ant Queen and her deadly ant men invade the surface world, and one man stands in their way. A deadly new threat for the son of Savage Dragon. And you gotta wonder, is Ant gonna be in this one? No?
I think he's already been confirmed that nope. We'll see, though. Maybe he'll surprise us. Maybe he'll tease.
You don't think that could be a trick?
It might be a trick. Eric has tricked before. He's a tricksy one.
I like to speculate. I'm a gambling man, and I'm going to say, I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm going to put it out there. I think Ant's going to be in this one.
Okay.
I'm putting it out there.
All right.
If I'm wrong, I will eat a hat composed of delicious ice cream.
That's a good hat. Good hat to have.
Someone will wear it somewhere. Someone can, and I'll eat it. So, Ant, I'm calling it.
We'll see. I have doubts, but we'll see.
Right. So we're very Siskel and Ebert on this one. We're very Siskel and Ebert this whole episode.
Me and Raven, butt heads.
Bellco, you say Bellco's a plot hole. I say it's a plot device. You say Ant ain't a coming. I say Ant's gonna be there. Think how much.
What do you think, Craig? Oh yeah. Craig will tell us next time whether we were right or wrong.
We need that third party mediator to be like, I think you're both stupid, and then we shut up.
So yeah, so that's Savage Dragon 197.
Thanks so much for listening.
In the can. Thanks for putting up with us. Sorry it was late.
And also, sorry we didn't have a trivia question that will return with full force.
We're just falling apart without Craig. He is the peanut butter to our jelly.
He's the glue to our crappy popsicle house.
Popsicle house.
You know, without glue, that's just popsicles. Sticks. That turned from a popsicle stick house to like popsicles glued together. We need Craig.
Craig, help us. We're dying. All right.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Thanks for listening. The Savage FINcast is a member of the Gutter Trash Podcast Network, which can be found at guttertrash.net. The Savage FINcast is part of the Comics Podcast Network, which can be found at comicspodcast.com. Also, find us on YouTube at youtube.com/user/SavageFINcast.